My name is Victoria Winters. The sky now is clear over Collinwood, and the cold stars can be seen. But the night air is still awake, trembling from an unforgettable terror, a terror that cannot die with the flames that nourished it. The night struggles toward dawn in the hope that morning will bring peace. But the morning has not yet come. Peace has not yet found a home near Collinwood.
Joe! Hey, are you all right?
I tried to make it home. I just couldn't.
Hey, what happened?
I can't talk about it. Maggie, just let me sit down, huh?
Something happened at Collinwood, didn't it?
Yeah, something happened. Just don't ask me.
Your face. Your hand.
Oh, it's all right. That's just smudges.
There was a fire.
Yes, that's right. There was a fire.
David. Joe, something happened to David, didn't it? Joe, you've got to tell me. You've got to tell me. What happened to David?
Vicky saved him.
He was in the fire?
Yes, but she saved him just in time.
Where? Where was the fire?
Down near the beach, the old fishing shack. Vicky got there first. We've been out there. We've been out looking for him all night. Vicky, Burke, and me. We got down there. We'd been through the woods everywhere.
Joe, it's all right. He's all right. Now, you just relax, and I'll make some coffee.
Oh. Joe, I thought I heard your voice.
Sam, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up.
Oh. Was that you banging on the door a little while ago?
I'll take it easy. He's had a hard night.
Yeah. See, what happened?
David almost got burned in the fishing shack up at Collinwood.
David? But we thought everything would be all right now that his mother was gone.
She came back.
You mean Laura Collins was there?
Yes.
In the fire? In the shack?
Yes.
She tried to kill that little boy.
Joe says that Vicky got him just in time.
I don't understand. I can't believe it. It was her son.
What happened to Mrs. Collins? Was she killed?
I guess so.
You mean you don't really know?
Well, I waited until the fire was completely out, and then I went in, I searched all through the ashes. There was no sign that anybody had burned in the fire.
Oh, she got out?
No.
What do you mean?
Well, Vicky told Burke while she was watching, after she had gotten David to leave his mother's arms, Laura Collins vanished, just disappeared.
Are you sure?
She...
Michael.
I see. And she really wasn't human.
I remember the day that she came to Collinsport. The day that she got off the bus.
Yes. Is she gone, though? For good?
Yes. For a long, long time.
How do you know?
Well, the day that she got off the bus, she came into the coffee shop. She was very friendly, so we talked. And she told me the story of the Phoenix.
The Phoenix?
Yes. The bird that consumes itself in fire and then rises from its own ashes.
Not for almost a century.
Laura Murdoch Radcliffe? Laura Murdoch Stockbridge? Laura Murdoch Collins.
You mean they were all the same person,
Maybe.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
But well, we'll never know for sure, but that story did mean something to her. And it did come true. Isn't it possible?
No, not possible. But very likely the truth. Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Oh, I'm Mrs. Fitzsimmons.
Mrs. Fitzsimmons.
Yes, Portia Fitzsimmons. Well, may I come in?
Yes, yes, of course. I'm sorry.
Well, I take it that the name means nothing in particular to you.
Well, I'm sorry.
You are Sam Evans, the painter.
Yes.
You're a painter, and the name Portia Fitzsimmons means nothing to you.
You're Portia Fitzsimmons.
Right. Thanks for recognizing it. You know, you almost toppled a monumental ego of the art world.
Well, to say the least, I hardly expected you.
Well, I never give advance warning to painters. It's not good for business. It's better to catch them a little off guard. When did you paint that?
That, I did it last summer.
Uh-huh. And that one?
Oh, about 2 years ago. Business has been a little slow.
Well, it's about to pick up. Now, that, I would say, would be about 5 years ago, right?
Yes, you're right, but how did you know? That's 5.5.
I'm very familiar with your paintings of 10 to 12 years ago, and I'd say that was about midway from the ones that I know to what you're doing now.
Uh-huh. Well, I haven't been painting for some time.
Oh.
I had an accident, a slight accident with my hand.
Oh, well, I'm not really interested in that.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm sorry about your hands, but at the moment, I'm not too interested in what you're painting now.
Well, I don't understand.
Oh, well, do you remember a painting of yours of 3 women on a wharf mending fishing nets?
Yes, the one with the red scarf.
That's one.
Oh, I did that about,
10 years ago.
Yeah, well, I'm a much better painter now.
I'll agree with that, but give the public a chance.
Miss Fitzsimmons.
No, it's Mrs.
Oh, Mrs. Fitzsimmons, I really don't understand why you're here.
Oh, yes, you do. You're just afraid that it's too good to be true. Well, afraid or not, it is true. I want your paintings, Evans. And I want, in particular, a series dating 10 to 12 years ago.
But you mean you're going to have a show of me in your gallery?
Well, I wouldn't have a show in anyone else's.
I don't understand.
Oh, you don't understand that you're really a very good painter.
Well, I thought I was the only one who knew that.
You were until about 2 weeks ago, when I came across 2 of your paintings. And don't ask me where, because it would just depress you to hear.
Where, in a junk shop?
Just about. But the frames, not the pictures, were to be sold. And if you bought the frames, why, they threw the paintings in for nothing.
Well, it's nice to know that one's handsomely framed.
The frames were terrible. But the pictures were of a period and style that's about to be in fashion again. And if you've got any more, enough for a show, well, we're in business.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on, Evans. Now, don't be hard to get.
No, I really don't know if I have enough paintings of that period.
Well, I find it hard to believe that you sold that well.
Well, as a matter of fact, I did.
And probably for nothing, right?
Well,
Well, I want to buy them back and sell them, of course, for a considerable profit for both of us.
Well,
Which I can get.
I might be able to get some of them, but are you sure you wouldn't be interested in some of these that I've done now?
Well, maybe I will in time. But I want to do a big job on you, Evans. Sounds crass, it's true, but when I am through, you're going to be rich and famous, and I'll be rich, and that's all right with me.
Well, but you mean you really only want paintings of that period long ago?
Yes, because I have a certain sale for them. And I don't take any chances that I don't have to.
Yeah. I see.
Well, can you get me at least 12 paintings? Or as many as you can of that period?
I don't know.
Well, then, I'll leave it up to you. You get the paintings, I'll get the showing and the sales.
And the reputation.
All artists are alike. Veritable hermits working away with complete dedication, far, far from the frantic crowds, with one single vision to keep going, and that is fame.
Yeah, well, fame isn't everything.
Oh, it's true. It's true. It's like salt. And what good are the meat and potatoes without salt, huh? Now, can you get me the painting?
Oh, I think so. Yes, I'm sure I can.
Okay. It'll be meat and potatoes and more salt than will be good for you. Now, you've got a week.
A week?
Well, yes, I have to have a lot of time to set up a whole season.
But a week?
Yes, a week. And you can do it in that time, if you can do it at all.
You know, I suppose I ought to be surprised, but I don't think anything's ever going to surprise me again.
You know, when I left home this afternoon, he's just sitting there staring at his hands.
Healed, just like that.
It was Laura Collins.
Oh, come on now. Don't even mention her name. I just don't want to think about it anymore.
Neither do I.
Listen, I got to apologize again for busting in on you like that this morning.
Apologize? Are you kidding? Feel free to make it a habit, will you?
I was knocked out all day long. Listen, you haven't talked to Vicky or anyone up at Collinwood, have you?
No, I was going to, and then I thought I'd better wait.
Oh, it's a good idea. Did I tell you about Mrs. Stoddard?
No, what? She's not worse, is she?
Oh, far from it. Carolyn called this morning. Very suddenly, she's much better.
We both know why, don't we?
Excuse
so.
me. I couldn't help overhearing. But did you mention a Mrs. Stoddard?
Yes,
I'm Collingwood.
that's right.
Then it was Elizabeth Stoddard you were talking about.
That's right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't break in like this, but did you say she was better?
Are you a friend of Mrs. Stoddard's?
Well, now, I'd like to think so. It's been a long time. Long time. Has she been ill?
Look, I'm very sorry, but this is something I don't think I should be discussing.
Oh, of course. I understand. I know I shouldn't be intruding like this. But would you please tell me just one thing?
What's that?
If Liz, Mrs. Stoddard, has been ill, she's better now, isn't she?
What's the difference, Joe? Anything that happens to anybody up at Collinwood becomes general knowledge sooner or later.
She's been sick, and she's better.
Ah, thank you. I've been away a long time.
You're from Collinsport.
Well, no, but I spent quite a bit of time here many years ago.
Well, maybe you know my father. Evans. Sam Evans?
Evans. Evans. That sounds familiar, but... Well, I'm not sure. It's a long time.
How long?
Oh, too long. Oh, by the way, my name is Jason McGuire.
My name's Maggie Evans, and this is Joe Haskell.
How do you do? Pleased to meet you. Well, may I buy you both a drink?
Oh, well, thank you very much, but Maggie and I were just getting ready to leave.
Oh, of course. I understand. And I apologize for intruding.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Oh, by the way, would you know whether or not Mrs. Stoddard was well enough to receive visitors?
Well, she's not at Collinwood. She's been staying in a hospital in Boston.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
We understand she's much better now. She ought to be coming home pretty soon.
Oh, good. Good. You know, I heard something about Mrs. Stoddard. Something shocking, a scandal. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Scandal? No.
Oh, well, I'm probably mistaken. One hears rumors, you know. There's usually nothing to them.
Wait a minute. I think I know what you're talking about. Well, Joe, what's the secret? Everybody in town knows.
Knows what?
Well, she's a recluse.
A recluse?
Well, Mrs. Stoddard hasn't left Collinwood in 18 years. That is, she hadn't until she went off to the hospital.
That's curious.
Nobody really knows why, but there are hundreds of theories why she won't leave.
And she stayed shut up in that house for 18 years.
That's it. By her own choice.
Maggie, let's get going, huh?
How sad. Mrs. Stoddard is, probably still is, a very beautiful woman.
Yes, she is.
Let me help you with your coat.
And so she stayed close to Collingwood all this time. How sad.
I told you on the phone that I didn't want to see you, and I meant it.
I know what you've been through. I heard about your wife.
Evans, what you heard, aside from my request for you to leave immediately, does not interest me. Now, will you please go?
Yes. As soon as I've made arrangements to pick up those paintings.
Paintings? Are you drunk or demented or what?
It's very important, Roger. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here now.
I haven't the least notion of what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the paintings I sold you 10 years ago.
You mean those preposterous canvases? I don't know where they are, and I couldn't care less. Now, will you please leave me alone?
Roger, I want them. I need them.
Nonsense. They're mine, to begin with. And I have neither the time, the energy, nor the inclination to go looking after them. If they're still in evidence.
You didn't destroy them.
I may have done. Someone else may have. I really don't know.
I don't want to play games with you, Roger. I want those paintings. And I want them within a few days.
Why?
Because they're mine.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. I paid a rather tidy sum for them, if you recall.
You didn't pay me 1 cent for them.
A total of $15,000. Isn't that right?
No, it isn't. The $15,000 was for something else.
It was for the paintings.
It was because I saw you behind the wheel of a car.
How many times have I warned you never to mention that?
I want those paintings, and I'll do almost anything to get them.
That, I expect, is a threat.
Yes, you can bet it is.
Tell me, why are these paintings suddenly so precious?
It's none of your business.
Well, they must have some value, or you wouldn't want them. Tell me, are they valuable?
Only to me.
I doubt that.
Are you going to give them to me?
I might sell them to you, if I can locate them.
You're not going to sell them to me. You're going to give them to me.
And what if I don't?
I'm going to Burke Devlin.
Will he give them to you?
You know what I'm talking about.
You must want these paintings for a reason. And the only reason could conceivably be money. Therefore, I'll not give them to you, but, yes, I will sell them to you. Now, what would be a good price?
I'll give you back the $15,000.
Where would you get $15,000?
I'll get it.
I see. Then they are valuable. Well, now, let me think. Art prices usually rise in time, if the artist is any good. And I think you're exceptional, Evans. I've always told you that. Yes, I'll sell you these paintings back. Oh, let me see. What would be a good price? Yes, for $50,000.
$50,000?
It's a bargain. If you've managed to get $15,000, surely you can scrape up an additional, let's see, what would it come to? $35,000?
You know I can't.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. For a moment, I thought we were going to do business together.
Maybe we still can.
Oh, you're prepared to make a counteroffer?
Yes.
Well, what will you give me?
I'll give you 48 hours. Then I'm going to Burke Devlin. I'm going to tell him the whole story. How you killed that man and you framed him for it.
Evans! You wouldn't dare. Besides, I've really no idea where those paintings are.
48 hours, Roger. That's my rock bottom offer.
48 hours, Roger.
Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.